Until now, everything we've talked about on this channel was Tesla related, but the competition is coming, and it's coming hard. This upcoming luxury electric vehicle is expected to crush the Model S in almost every way. Let me introduce you to the upcoming Lucid Air. You're watching On Forward. For the last 4 years, Lucid Motors has been teasing its first vehicle ever. We are talking about the Lucid Air, which after years of delays owing to difficulties in raising capital for the construction of the factory, finally, it looks like it's on track for starting production early next year. But we cannot talk about the Lucid Air without going back to the Tesla Model S. This is the car that revolutionized the EV industry, demonstrating that an electric car could be sexy and also have top-of-the-notch specs. And it still remains dominating its segment to this day. Many companies have tried to copy Tesla, or even stole from them, like the famous case of Xpeng, which Tesla is suing for presumably stealing autopilot software. But the problem with this copying game is that it doesn't push the industry forward in any way. And other car manufacturers make crazy claims about new cars with specs they later can't deliver on. And now we have Lucid, which is claiming that their first car is surpassing the Tesla Model S by a long shot. But this time we have reasons to believe them, because their CEO and CTO, Peter Rawlinson, was the chief engineer of the Tesla Model S, and he said in an interview with Powertrain that he wanted to fix all the mistakes they've made in the Model S now when designing the Lucid Air. His vision is to create the best electric car imaginable, surpassing its last one. Now we'll break down the main specifications of the Lucid Air and compare them to the current production Model S. And finally, I'm talking about a new feature that isn't even included in Teslas yet and could be a big selling point for Lucid, so stick around if you want to know more about it. Lucid estimated that the range of the Air will be 517 miles, which is already more than enough for any car, electric or not. This number highly surpasses the range of the Model S, which is 402 miles at this moment. But how are they achieving a little over 100 miles more than the Model S, which is known for its high efficiency? Let me show you. First, the Lucid Air has a 0.21 drag coefficient, while the Model S has a 0.24 drag coefficient. This means it is more aerodynamic, which is a metric that directly impacts the efficiency of the car. Also, they have stated that the Air will have a 113 kWh battery pack, and although it is 13% more than the Model S's pack, which has 100 kWh of storage, the difference in range is almost 29%. So, the Lucid Air has a bigger battery pack, but it is also using its energy more efficiently. If we're talking about batteries, these guys know what they're doing, as they have provided the battery packs for the second generation of Formula E vehicles, making them capable of finishing a whole race with just one charge. And while they are not making significant profits out of this, they are doing it to demonstrate that the company has world-class technology. Finally, Rawlinson talks a lot about the importance of miniaturizing components, such as the powertrain and transmission, which reduces weight and frees up space for passenger comfort. Recently, we've seen the potential of this powertrain in a drag race. Look at this footage from E4 Electric, in which it looks like the Lucid Air wins against the Tesla Model S. The guys at Lucid say they don't want to be known as Tesla killers, but with these specs, it is really difficult to not call them like that. Maybe they've said this because they know Tesla is working a lot behind the curtain to improve its flagship vehicles. We have lots of confirmed info by inside sources from Tesla about the refresh of the Model S and Model X. If you're interested in this, you will love this video I made compiling all we know about this update. I make all kinds of videos talking about similar topics, so if you're interested in seeing more, consider subscribing to my channel. The Lucid Air will also come with over-the-air updates, which I think are a must-have in luxury vehicles, more so if cars start to include more and more tech and computers. Tesla has demonstrated that the over-the-air updates add significant value to their vehicles, being capable of receiving new features or even improving range and power. These updates will introduce the self-driving technology Lucid is developing, which is taking a different route than Tesla's approach. For example, they are using LiDAR instead of relying only on cameras. As I said earlier, let's talk about the feature that Lucid brags about and Tesla hasn't addressed yet. They have said that the Air will be amazing in terms of charging, with features like DC fast charging up to 300 kilowatts of power, and technology enabling vehicle-to-grid and vehicle-to-vehicle capabilities. This is possible in part because of the 900-volt architecture Lucid uses. There are rumors that Tesla is also working on something similar, but they haven't announced anything yet. Here is a video I made about this topic if you want to know more. In this video I talked about the premium top-of-the-notch version of the Lucid Air, but the entry-level version is expected to have a starting price of $60,000, which is a lot cheaper than the entry-level Model S, which at this moment starts at almost 75 grand. Before there wasn't a real competitor for the Model S at that price point, but if Lucid can deliver on its promises, there will be a lot of people having to make a choice between these two. Do you think they'll be able to offer a car at this price? Leave your opinion down below in the comment section. As you can see, the Lucid Air is really packed with technology. It is very difficult to cover all of it in one video. On September 9, Lucid Motors will reveal the production version of the Lucid Air, and probably will give more details about it. So, if they disclose important information, I'll be making a video about it. Again, if you're interested in seeing that, remember to subscribe. The only thing left to see is if they can achieve production on time. As I said, the factory construction has been delayed several times, and manufacturing cars is definitely not an easy task. Elon Musk said that building a factory is 100 times more difficult than building a car, and he speaks from experience. Remember what happened with the Model 3 production. This is the first real competitor that endangers Tesla's supremacy on EVs, and I'm sure this will make for more competition, which ultimately is good for the customer, both in price reductions and technology improvements. This is super exciting as it will push further the technology for electric vehicles, which is exactly what we need to finally get rid of ICE cars. Thank you for watching all the way through. Here are 2 more videos that you may like. See you soon.